everybody. Welcome to Anna's Internet Cafe, a show where we hang out, have fun, and dive into all things internet culture. I'm your host, Anna, and today I'm joined by Sarah Podzorski.
Hello. Woo! I'm diving.
Yes, welcome back. What are you diving into?
I'm diving into all of the tweet threads about TwitchCon.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes, we're just going to be reading tweet threads today, baby. I said I wanted to make it more casual, and this is where we've ended up. So, yeah, we're talking about TwitchCon and kind of like the other stuff that's happened the past few weeks. Maybe we'll talk about the sort of the dream face reveal. Maybe we'll talk about Try Guys. Maybe I want to talk about Megan Thee Stallion at TwitchCon as well. I'm forcing Sarah to confront Master Chief. Emphasis on the ass.
Just was sending me back to like a high school prom dance. Kind of high school dance. Like Master Chief he was just doing like, I don't know what that was. I was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, the cube hit of doom, which is like actually a really serious thing. I don't know. We can talk a little bit about it more. Like Twitch has not had like a good go the past month, I would say. I don't know how close how closely folks in the MinnMax community kind of follow like all the biggest streamers and whatnot, but it's been kind of very tumultuous past few weeks.
Bad PR month for Twitch. Bad. Matt, it's not getting better. By the way, do we have super chats yet? Does MinnMax? MinnMax isn't partnered, so we don't have super chats yet.
We don't have super chats. We're pure.
Oh. We're so pure.
None of that.
We're safe.
And maybe we'll talk Roblox Walmart. Metaverse Walmart.
Walmart World. If we do Roblox Walmart, we have to watch the guy marketing who comes out, the marketing manager, and he gives a little spiel about like welcome to Walmart World.
Of course. Hopefully we don't get a DMCA for that though.
I don't think so, unless they copyrighted it.
No. Yeah, we have a lot of topics today. We'll get to what we get to. We won't be here for 3 hours. I know it sounds like a 3-hour podcast, but what you shouldn't underestimate is our ability to randomly shift topics at any moment. So, Sarah, is there a place that you wanted to start? Or chat? Is there a place? Like, what sounded most interesting out of all that?
Yeah, from the menu that we handed you.
Yeah. Regurgitated immediately. No.
This is giving, like, you know how, like, podcasts have moved to couches? Have you seen that style where it's, like, a bunch of people sitting on a couch instead of, like, a table? Have you seen that? Where it's, like, two people on a couch with I don't know why we've switched from, like, tables to, like, couches for, like, a more chill vibe and, like, a full body view. I don't need you. I don't think you need to see my entire body. Like, if I lean back, does this make the vibe a little bit better?
I think so.
Yeah. People are saying TwitchCon, which I feel like we need to sit up for because...
Yeah, because it's actually really serious what happened. Like, with the foam pit. All right. Let's get to it. TwitchCon. It happened last weekend in San Diego. There's another TwitchCon in the Netherlands earlier in the summer. So it wasn't the first one back in person, technically, since after the pandemic. But where are we just going to start with the foam pit, Sarah?
I mean, I guess we could just start out with TwitchCon is essentially for both Twitch streamers and fans of Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's a weird convention. I've been to it. I worked at a TwitchCon in 2018 or 2019 for a third party, sponsor of TwitchCon. But essentially it's for streamers to go and like learn how to be a better streamer, network with other streamers. And then it's for people who are really want to meet their internet celebrity. It's for when I went to TwitchCon, there were like groups of people meeting up everywhere, like meeting random like meetups with streamers. So it's like a very like mixed bag here. So you have streamers and then you have fans of streamers, and that's kind of what TwitchCon is.
Yeah. And I think TwitchCon is this really interesting space where it's like streamers are really like, yeah, someone threw out the term like parasociality IRL. In case y'all aren't familiar with the term parasocial, it essentially means like a one-sided relationship where like the people making the content, you know, like don't have like working relationships with, you know, their viewers, and so their viewers project like these really intense like connections onto them. So TwitchCon is interesting because it's kind of like an opportunity to sort of like break that down. But obviously, I don't know, but it is more akin, in my opinion, to like a celebrity meetup. Like when I was a kid, like there would be like opportunities to pay money to like go take a photo with the Jonas Brothers or whatever. And that's like very much more akin to that, I would say. And there's kinds of all sorts of stuff. Yeah, like you're saying, there's like creator meetups, there's like panels with themes, or like panels set on like by like creators, hosted by creators in specific like subgroups or like niches. And then there's like more like performance type stuff. So Megan Thee Stallion gave a concert. And then there's an entire kind of also like social scene around it as well. Because you have so many like, you know, like rich content creators sort of dropped into a city for a weekend, and there are parties and whatnot. So,
and there's a lot of sponsored events. So there's a lot of like tournaments too. There's a lot of like big tech sponsors there trying to sort of like get, since all the influencers are kind of, we're in like the influencer mecca for Twitch. I think a lot of like sponsors try to jump on it. A lot of sponsors try to get enough people there to like show up and talk about things. So yeah, it's like a mini mecca of Twitch streaming.
Yeah. And so on your note, like they're being sponsored events and like whatnot. One of the sponsored sort of like events or activities was this foam pit put on by Lenovo and Intel. So imagine like a giant ball pit except foam, just like foam squares, and there's like 2 platforms in it, and you can kind of like, you know, like you can like wrestle the other person, push them down into it, kind of like gladiator stuff. No. And on October 8th, which would have been Saturday, if I'm remembering my dates correctly, a streamer reported that she had, I'm just referencing the article right now, broke her back in 2 places and will need surgery after essentially like doing the foam pit. And then another streamer dislocated her knee on the same stand. So apparently it wasn't safe.
No, and it wasn't, and neither of these people who injured themselves like lost the foam pit battle. Both of them, if you watch the video, both of them like hopped off the platform, and like it's like they didn't even get knocked into the foam. They just stepped into it, and they ended up with like horrible injuries. The girl who broke her back, if you watch the video, it's been floating around for a while. You can see it on her face immediately that something's wrong. But they're also like streaming the event at the same time. So then you hear the announcer go like, "She's okay," and she's like, "I can't move." And then they're trying to like drag her out of the pit, which is like the last thing you should do when someone has maybe a back injury. She landed tailbone first on concrete. The issue with the ball pit is that it was only like knee high, and it was just foam blocks. And usually when you make a foam pit, it has to be deep enough for someone to jump into. Usually there's like a mat on the bottom. Usually there's like a trampoline on the bottom. But this was just like 1.5 feet worth of like cheap foam cubes. So, and then they didn't actually close the pit after she jumped in and broke her back. Like she immediately went to the hospital and had to get surgery. And they were just like, "Oh, I guess we'll just keep going then.
Yeah.
So that's been causing, already Twitch has already had a lot of bad PR, but like that makes it
Yeah.
even worse. A lot of arguing on the internet on who's responsible because it was
Mhm.
technically a Lenovo. Was it Lenovo and Intel or
Yeah,
just
it's
Lenovo?
Lenovo and Intel. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
so
it's essentially it's like, is it Twitch's responsibility? Is it Lenovo's responsibility? They all signed oh my
waivers.
god, waivers.
Yeah.
But it's like, will the waiver hold? So we're all kind of
Mhm.
waiting to figure out what happened in that situation.
Yeah. And Lenovo said, like, in a statement to Polygon, Lenovo said that they're working with event organizers to like look into the incidents, and Twitch declined to comment or didn't comment. Which,
Surprise, surprise.
But yeah, and this kind of comes on the heels of like a lot of sort of bad press for Twitch, which we can also honestly get into if y'all are interested into it. Like, I definitely feel like this particular TwitchCon was going to be sort of like a testing grounds for like where the platform is at, because it's just like
it started off really rough because you remember the mask no mask situation. Like initially they were like a couple months ago, like 5 months, they were like no mask needed, and then a lot of people were like no, like the masks mandatory, vaccines mandatory, and like at the last possible minute when people were like canceling their tickets and stuff, they flipped to mask mandatory. So it already like started off on the wrong foot. And it seemed like they were just kind of forcing it through. So, and then there was like a number of other things that happened.
No, and like, yeah, for folks like who, like, just to describe it a little more, like, yeah, I don't think she would have jumped the way she jumped if she had known that there's like concrete right there. And like, this isn't like, almost I feel like a ball pit would be safer, but this is like the foam chunks were pretty big, right? And so I think it would be easy for like a leg to go through, right? It's not like, I almost feel like a smaller thing would have been safer because it would have like filled in the gaps more. And I'm guessing there's no like standardized way to do things like this, like, or there might be standardized ways, and maybe that's where they'll get in trouble. But
where are the foam pit police? Where are my foam pit OSHA?
Yeah,
like where's OSHA? Where are they?
Do you know what it reminded me of? Did you see the Squishmallow pit at VidCon?
Oh, where they like dropped you in like a claw?
Yeah, you're like a human claw. At VidCon, which is like a similar con.
It's like the YouTube Twitchcon.
Yep. And as they had like they would strap you into a harness and then dangle you down, and there's like a whole pit of Squishmallows, the like round squishy plushy toys, and you could like pick one up and bring it out. But that you weren't jumping like into it.
They gently lowered you and then pulled you out.
Yeah. So, I actually, this is right. I went to a corn pit this weekend.
Oh yeah, is it the same corn pit that Ben went to?
I don't know. Did he go to one at the fair? Or did he go to a different one?
I don't know. There's been like a sudden increase in corn pits.
Yeah.
Are corn pits safe?
Okay, so
I guess.
Yeah.
What's the safety of any kind of? Can we rank pits?
Yeah, let's rank the pits. I'm doing corn pit, squishmallow pit, foam pit. Wait, ball pit above a foam pit.
But then, like, I feel like DashCon ball pit's at the bottom. Maybe it's above the TwitchCon foam pit.
I think it's above the TwitchCon foam pit. I don't know, but it is like gross and probably covered with a bunch of germs. So,
did you go in it?
The corn pit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Because I wasn't like, at first I was like, think about all the communicable diseases that are spread across all these corn kernels. But then everyone looked like they're having so much fun.
Yeah,
and so then I went in and I was having so much fun.
I mean, I would go in too. No judgment. It's worth the risk. I don't know what's in there, but it's worth it.
Yeah. And it was genuinely so fun. Like, I was a skeptic, but I highly recommend going to a corn pit. And it did seem way safe. It seems way safer than the than the foam.
Could you
pit.
like get in, could you sink into it? I just imagine you would just lay on top and you wouldn't sink into it.
Yeah, you don't sink in so far. You maybe sink in like 6 inches to a foot if you like really pushed down.
Oh.
But a corn pit is just like a giant pit filled with like hardened kernels of corn. I'm sorry, key context there missed.
Sorry, we thought that everyone here was from the Midwest.
We thought we didn't.
Yeah,
need to
our
assume
bad.
Familiarity with the corn pit industrial
Pits of corn
complex.
kernels. Sorry, that's our bad.
But you know what would be better than a corn pit?
What?
A
Are you say popcorn pit? Yeah. That'd be fun. When I worked at Twitchcon, we also had a foam pit. I don't know what is.
Why is it? Why
whatever,
do you think it's the foam pit?
I don't know.
Whatever
people
want to jump into things like.
I don't understand. Whatever. I don't know. I've never
Some
seen
events company
a pit
at one point was like, we can do this
all
at
in
every
on
con,
foam pits,
and we're just gonna sell this.
But I will say the foam pit was up to my shoulder in depth.
Okay.
So like it was really hard to see over, whereas
Yeah.
like the Lenovo foam pit was like up to like mid thigh, I would
Yeah, it
say
was,
for
like,
me. So it
3
was like
feet or
double.
something, right?
Yeah.
No.
Unsafe.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like, what's going on with these like conventions and like needing to have an experience, like needing to give people an experience visually, and I think foam pits are just somehow the easiest.
Yeah. I mean, okay, it does bring up a good question of like, it's just very normal to have low key dangerous things at conventions, like or conferences even. Like I was thinking about the main show floor for GDC in 2019, and there was for Epic Games brought in a mechanical bull, which like
Oh God.
like it seemed safe enough. Everything was like cushioned and all around it, but it's still like a mechanical bull.
And you would just ride on it?
Yeah, people would ride on it.
But like the last place you'd want to get injured is at a convention
I know.
in California.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just. But now that I think about it, when I went to GDC, I rode like a tiny roller coaster with a VR helmet on, and now I'm like thinking, maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
But that's kind of
In
stationary,
retrospect.
right?
It was an actual like little roller. It was like a
Oh,
tiny like kids, and then they put a VR headset on you.
Yeah. I mean, it all honestly gives me kind of like fair vibes. I remember like as a kid going to church fairs and my parents being like there's always news of like, oh yeah, like a kid died on like the Gravitron. I don't know if people know what the Gravitron is.
It's the thing that spins you, right?
Yep.
Really fast until you get stuck to the wall.
Yeah. Because it had those like pack up, unpack rides, and those are always kind of like
Is that what conventions are going to become? Just like, here we brought in the state fair. Try not to die. Sponsored by HP.
Do you think that... I'm not going to say it. Keep
Why
going.
was that such a long pause?
No, I'm not going to say it. I don't say anything. So...
I'm trying to think, what's like the craziest thing you've seen besides, I guess, the Squishmallow pit is pretty good for conventions.
Yeah.
There was the Anime Expo one year did the hot guy Kabedon, and they had to stop doing it because I guess women were starting to like hyperventilate a little bit and like have panic attacks.
What is this?
Yeah, at Anime Expo, I don't know the year within the last 5 years, like this one booth had a Kabedon, which is where it's called Kabedon because Kabe in Japanese means wall, and don is like the sound of a thump. And they would get cosplayers who were really hot and sexy, and you could wait in line for a really long time, and they would do it to you, and essentially you like the woman standing here, and the arm goes here, and they get really close to you. That had to shut down.
That's a trend on TikTok right now,
that had to shut down because too many people were like hyperventilating or like fainting outright. So all of this is dangerous. Hilarious. I know.
I think that's way better though. Like that is actually a good
if I had to go down, if I had to pick the TwitchCon foam pit or Kabedon by Hot Anime Boy, I know which one I would be picking.
Yes. And I would rather
I wonder if they had to sign a waiver to do that.
you're like, if you
Like in case he misses and like smacks you in the face.
get so flustered.
Mm-hmm.
I like going to cons, and like I like seeing like statues and sets, and like that's my favorite thing, and like photo sets and stuff like
Photo
that.
modes,
Like
yep.
I don't need like attractions.
I don't want to physically do something,
Yeah.
you know?
Just make sure there's decent food there, great photo ops, and like the people are cool. Like I feel like that's the thing people don't talk about, is actually maybe that's what makes like a distinguishes a good con, is like it's a cool vibe. Like it's nice people there.
Yeah, TwitchCon has like a confusing vibe because on one half, it's for popular streamers to just network with other popular streamers.
Yeah.
But on the other half, they're like selling the streamers.
Yeah.
To like the streamers coming are the product, and they're selling them to the fans.
Yeah.
Which like brings up the issue of what happened with like the Dream panel. I didn't like Dream was a popular streamer, a really big YouTuber, a really big streamer. He had a panel apparently and didn't know that he's huge. This is like huge streamer, huge YouTuber.
Literally.
He didn't know that he had a panel. And they had to rush him in at the last second, and then he couldn't even sit behind the panel table. If you look at the photo, he's like awkwardly sitting to the side of the table, like holding his own mic. And I guess they had an issue where the room could only fit 400 people, but there was more than 400 people and that wanted to get into the room, and it was just kind of a whole mess. It apparently was also like Twitch had a huge... They had this issue when I went to TwitchCon, but like the lines were crazy long. The lines were stupid long, and if you like had accessibility issues, if you were in a wheelchair, you were basically, you know, like they got rid of the wheelchair line at one point, and people would just kind of stampede. So it's just overall, it was not a good TwitchCon. Should cook that one. It was not ready. It was not, whatever it wasn't done cooking. Are you reading something?
I was reading chat for a second, but there's no response.
Anyways.
No, and for folks not familiar, and the gaff, the dream gaff is kind of also like unfortunate, but should have been completely anticipated. Like could have been planned completely better, because like Dream is like literally one of the biggest creators like out there today, like third-ish. Like
yeah.
in 2020, I'm okay. Don't quote me on this. It's either 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020. Like he would literally shot to be like the number 2 YouTuber like ever, like just below Mr. Beast. Like absolutely massive following, like over 30 million subscribers.
He has a song, like he's got music out.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of people don't know who Dream is, because I think he trends more with like Gen Z.
Yeah.
But he's definitely like, he started with Minecraft.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is where a lot of streamers get their start with the younger generation.
Yeah.
And he's huge. He will trend on Twitter in an instant. I don't know. This is like one of those streamers that most people wouldn't know about, our age and up. But trust me, everybody our age and down 100% knows who this guy is.
Yeah, there's like a massive lore and like sort of world around it. So like he does Minecraft content, and he co-founded this like group / server called the Dream SMP, and it's kind of like there's like light role play scenarios where it's like the war of like there's like bed wars or whatever, and it's like these wars that they sort of fabricate like entire lores and characters, and they play these characters, and it's sort of like I really like Ryan Broderick, who's an internet culture writer, did a great description of it where he likened it to like watching Game of Thrones, but imagine you can watch like the Battle of Winterfell through every single character's eyes. That's like kind of the appeal of it. So it's like very vast lore, but also then like of literal like talent of like creators, like dozens of like massive YouTubers and Twitch streamers are a part of it. And he's kind of at the center of it all. And so it was kind of silly to maybe not plan ahead.
Yeah,
for him
you think that you
attending.
would know that you had, and so many people showed up to TwitchCon just to see this guy,
Mm-hmm.
which is so weird in itself that like Twitch invites these creators and then kind of like sells them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I hope the creators are aware of it, because I think a lot of creators did not have the best security at the event. From what I was hearing, they were not prepared for the event, is what I was hearing, and a lot of people were having issues kind of finding a boundary
Yeah.
between like fans and creators. But he did recently have a face reveal. He had just had like a mask. He just had like a white mask with like a smiley face on it for the longest time, like for years.
Yeah, his entire career. So that's what's wild was like his entire career, no one's ever known his face. And it's like known colloquially, I can't say that word. I can spell it though. As a faceless YouTuber. And so you'd only hear his voice on streams, and people would always people were obsessed with figuring out his face. Like stalking it, like trying to figure out who he is. And so then he finally revealed it last Sunday night, and there was a ton of hype.
Was that because he was going to be going to TwitchCon?
He said it was because he wanted, so it was a few reasons. Like he wanted to like meet some of his friends, and he's never done that. Like he has creators who he's been working with for years, and like has spent, probably like I imagine like hundreds of hours with online cumulatively, and
they've just never seen his face.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I guess I wouldn't. Would you ever do that? I just feel like the absolute hype of people wanting to know what you'd look like, and then no matter what, I feel like no matter what he would have looked like, it would have been a huge letdown.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, I think he probably understood that though. Like, I don't know. I mean, he's
but his song.
Yeah,
that's what the mask is.
So,
that's what the point of the mask is. And then he was like, and then he just takes it off. Boo. Put it back on.
You can still wear masks though, Sarah.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
The metaphorical masks that we wear throughout life.
Does that mean he no longer has his metaphorical mask?
I think so.
Is that gone?
Well, he probably has his own masks.
I think it was, it had to happen eventually. He revealed himself he posted a photo on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then immediately after he posted that Twitter, he's ugly started trending.
Yeah.
Like immediately. And he's not like, I wouldn't say he's ugly.
Put the mask back on too.
Put the mask back on. He's not ugly, but he's not
he's
like,
not
he looks a little like Shane Dawson. Like he's,
He's like a young teenager.
He's better than I would have thought. But,
I imagine too, like he's not used to having to think about that aspect of his brand and image. And so like, I'm sure his peers will help him get his best angles on camera from now on. But yeah, it's interesting.
But now on it, we're never gonna see what Corpse Husband looks like, which I feel like
I think we will. We will.
I'm so upset.
Wait, why do you say that we'll never be able to?
Because I don't know. Because Corpse Husband's the other big no face streamer.
Yeah, is the other big face. Yeah.
And he posted a photo of his hand once.
Yeah.
And that started trending on Twitter because people were freaking out about it so much.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I saw that, I would never.
Yeah.
If I saw them absolutely tear apart Dream, no matter what, it's going to be a letdown.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing is you do build a lot of hype over these things. It is funny though, because you have like other creators who are at that caliber or like, in the same peer group who are just like very normal, but they're just like used to being on camera all the time. Like Tommy Innit, very young boy who just looks like a normal boy. Like nothing, like, sorry Tommy, nothing special, but he's like but I
mean, like Jacksepticeye, like they're all just normal looking people.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when you don't show your face, like the train kind of, like the horses kind of run away from the character, and everyone wants to assume you're really attractive.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, and then it's no matter what gonna be a letdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Yoko Taro did make it cool.
A lot of Japanese streamers even before like VTubers and stuff would wear masks, like full face masks. So, I guess the privacy really mattered to them,
Mm-hmm.
and then not so much to us on the other. Usually people just didn't have a camera, and that was the reason why. But lately with like VTubers and stuff, it's like, how much is a face reveal for like a VTuber?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's like, we all know they're not gonna look like the avatar. Like, how much does it really matter what they look like? Has anyone been like, it hasn't, I don't think it's ruined any careers.
No.
But then again, I've never seen it ever happen.
No, I don't think. Wait, like someone showing their face?
Yeah, or like someone being like, I found out what so and so looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as far as I know, like it doesn't ruin anything, but I feel like it does transform like the way, fans interact with that person then. Maybe sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Like I am curious to see how it impacts Dream's career, because like part of the reason, the second reason he said that he's showed his face is it opens him up to new kinds of content. And like,
yeah,
I do feel like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, again, like he wants
because
to do
a
video with Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Like that makes
That's what
sense.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
IRL content, like what is it? Like Offline House, OTK,
Yep.
like all IRL content for some reason is all people want nowadays, is watching their favorite streamer interact with someone else's. It's like when you do like a play date with your dog and someone else's dog, but you just want to do it with your favorite content creators.
Yeah, or like a Disney crossover episode.
Yeah. That's a better one.
Like when Hannah Montana meets like Miley Cyrus meets like Cole and Dylan Sprouse.
Cody. Yeah. It just blows your mind.
Yeah. Except then they have beef, and there's less of a giant PR apparatus around them, and everything explodes. So, which happens regularly with like a lot of these sort of like within the elite echelons of like the most popular Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna ask you a question, Sarah, but now I don't remember.
It's gone.
It's gone forever.
I can't remember ever seeing a face reveal and being like, yay,
Yeah.
But that's on, personal. That's on like people always expecting more. Like when you look up a voice actor, you're like, oh my god, their voice is so amazing. You look them up, you're like, what?
Yeah. Well, and that's a hard thing that VAs have to deal with. Like, I was watching a clip of a voice actor for Genshin Impact who voices in several animes as well, and he was talking about like how awful people are to him online, where they're like, they get upset at him for not being as like hot as the characters he plays, and it's like what? Like literally you play like your characters are fake, like they're drawn like they're not real, and people are still upset that you don't like fit this literal completely unrealistic expectation.
I know. God, yeah, and especially if you're playing a character that's like meant to kind of be, not objectified, but like you're playing a character that's kind of meant to be like in like a hot guy, and like, oh, these poor voice actors.
Yeah. No, I feel and voice acting is like an interesting side of that, which is pretty different, because I feel like, obviously with a faceless streamer, there's like a bunch of hype, they have more autonomy over like how they're viewed. I feel like being a voice actor is much more precarious in several ways, but yeah, some companies are using AIs for voice acting. Shadow Bandit says, and in fact I saw someone create an AI voiceover replacing Chris Pratt's. That happened this week, the Mario movie. I don't know if MinnMax podcast talked about that, but
they probably, knowing Ben, they absolutely did.
But I saw a video that used an AI Mario voice to replace Chris Pratt's voice, which was hilarious. How
did it sound? Did it sound good? Or did it sound like an AI? Did it sound like Hatsune Miku was like...
It sounded less lyrical or melodic than Hatsune Miku. It sounded a little more kind of like, you could tell it was like digitized, but
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like Mario in a Game Boy game, to be honest. So.
Oh. I got an ad today. I was watching like a Prime video, and I got an Amazon ad for like leggings, and the voice, it looked like it was a Chinese company, and the voice was an English AI voice,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, it sounded like but it was in a commercial, and like it was a commercial advertising leggings, like there were actors in it, but the voiceover was just like an AI English speaker.
Mm.
And I was like, this is a little weird. Like, is it really that expensive to just like hire someone to read 5 lines for you?
Yeah. Well, I feel like we're in an age of AI voice generation because of platforms like TikTok too. Because it's like, it's so normal to use the AI generated voice in TikTok, like the I don't know. So maybe they're like, whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll just use that.
Yeah.
But it's around 8:20. Do we want to talk? Roblox metaverse? What do we want to do? Chat. What do you think?
That feels like a bigger,
so far?
yeah.
Because we can just go deeper into Twitch stuff too. Like, we can give you some more background leading up to the stuff. Yeah. Exploitation of voice actors is a whole other can of worms. Sprintstar just brought up that, if they remember correctly, one of the voice actors from Jujutsu Kaisen was paid less than $400 for the whole thing, which is fucking. I mean, yeah, it was wild. It's surprising. It's unfortunate. Poll for next topic. Okay, yeah, let's do it. I actually don't know how to do a poll, Sarah. Let's see here.
Remember that content page I showed you with all the little buttons on the right?
Oh, it's back there.
One says poll.
Okay.
And you click it, and then it'll show you the last poll, and then you just kind of like change it.
How do I get to that again? The page?
It should be under. Make me open my Twitch.
I'm sorry.
Creator dashboard.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
And it's a little button that says manage poll.
Nuke my internet for some weird reason. Okay. There's a button.
I like how we're like, yeah, Twitch, get it together. Now we're like, how do we use Twitch?
I'm like that. You know how to do it. Okay. Here we go. Is it under quick actions?
And then chat wants you to end the prediction, which I feel like. Is there a button that has like a little crystal ball on it that says prediction? Or is there anything on the screen that says, because apparently someone opened a prediction and it's still up.
There is a manage prediction here.
Yeah.
Was this from an earlier stream?
Yeah, this is from this morning's
Can I delete it?
But we don't know who won. Chat. I trust you to not lie to me. 1 or 2, who won? Jeff M won.
Jeff M won.
Wait. Let's get a few Jeffems before we. Okay, yeah, Jeff M won.
Okay, so then I choose outcome.
Everyone who is in this chat has
Jeff
ones next to their names.
Wait, I think I just complete prediction. Okay.
Yeah, and then say complete, so it'll go away. I don't know who to trust because everyone who's saying one has
so
one.
then they get channel points. Okay.
And now they get the points.
Okay, cool. Amazing. Okay. And then we do poll.
Only took 7 hours to get those points.
Y'all really stuck with us for that one. Okay, manage poll. Wow, I'm becoming a Twitch pro.
And then, do you know what I saw when I was like scrubbing the internet? Ludwig made a video that was just like criticizing TwitchCon. And it was essentially just doing, just summarizing all the bad stuff that's happened and kind of like putting the blame on Twitch. But like to me, it does seem like maybe this is because of the 50-50, the new 50-50 split.
Yeah.
Because now he's making a lot less money on Twitch than he normally would be, and I'm like, like the creators aren't gonna be as nice to you anymore. Now they're not they're not making as much money as they used to. So it's like, don't expect them to defend you.
Twitch drama. Okay, okay, so options. We have more Twitch drama. Does that work? as a topic.
Oh, Ludwig's YouTube exclusive now?
Yeah, that's
so
what
then
I was
he has
gonna
even
say.
more incentive. When did he go to YouTube?
So this is the thing is like there's like this very like way in the background, right? Like this is like kind of like very foundational context is that like a lot of popular streamers are leaving Twitch entirely. And I feel like it's kind of making everyone look around and be like, okay, like, is this kind of like the beginning of the end? And this was years ago. So it's like Twitch or Ludwig, who was like Twitch's biggest star, like held a giant subathon, like broke the record for like highest number of subs, like literal, like perfect child of the platform. And I don't mean that in a way that doesn't have his issues. It's literally just like their most popular creator for a bit.
He was kind of like the next ninja for a little bit.
Yeah, like left for YouTube. And then like a bunch of other folks left. And now someone from Offline TV left, and which is like a popular content creation group. And additionally, I'm really struggling to bring up all like the specifics in my head right now because it's kind of like it's a growing list of pretty popular creators who have left. And Pokimane like hasn't left Twitch, but
Pokimane is like Twitch is like holding on to her. Like Twitch, I don't know. The issue with Twitch is that it seems like they want to do everything to get their creators to stay, especially their big creators. That doesn't involve giving them money. So it's like they're like trying to hold on to all these big creators.
Yeah.
In ways so they'll like, you know, be like, hey Pokimane, like you can be on the front page of Twitch for a little bit, or like, hey, like we'll have an exclusive Twitchcon panel for you, and like treating them like the influencers that they are, but then at the same time not giving them the more of the revenue that they earn. So that's kind of the Twitch issue right now. It's like, how do they hold on to their streamers while not paying them?
And it seems like they're kind of dropping the ball on both because, like, Sykkuno, who left Twitch for YouTube, who's just, like, again, like, one of these streamers in this sort of, like, elite, like, very popular streamer, talked about why he left Twitch. And he said they offered them, like, Twitch offered him a fuck ton of money. But there was also this issue that was like, well, he, like, didn't feel like kind of like a sense of respect at Twitch. And there was this whole gaffe where like there was a misspelling of his name on his contract, and they wrote Sykkuno instead of Sykkuno. And it's like, okay, like, we don't need to get into the details of like what, you know, I think that's like kind of shitty. Like you wouldn't treat like an A-list client like you wouldn't let it was obviously a mistake, but
well, that like brings up like the Twitch gambling scandal where like they were paying off like people at Twitch to kind of like turn a blind eye to like a streamer that was starting to kind of gamble. So it's sort of like Twitch does have favorites. And then there's like other people who just aren't higher priority that are easily snatched up then by YouTube.
Okay, also to pause. Okay, so what are all the poll options again? So we have more Twitch drama, Walmart, Metaverse, Try Guys. I don't even think we should bring up the Try Guys today because that's so big and different. Is it just those two options?
Did we mention? I don't think we mentioned. I think we covered the other stuff we mentioned.
I think so. Yeah. We talked about TwitchCon. Okay. Chat, are we forgetting anything?
Any internet drama that we've missed?
Yeah, Valkyrie also left. Just so many people have left Twitch.
Oh, Metaverse.
The Trigun guys. Yeah, there's so yeah, this is new. Metaverse feet to be decided.
Oh yeah, look, there's feet now.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna.
Is that what they thought was gonna change everything? I wonder why they didn't have feet.
Okay. Let's start this. Duration. 5 or 10 minutes for poll.
5 or even just 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute? Okay.
It's probably fine.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of metaverse news because Mark Zuckerberg also gave an interview with The Verge, like recently, like today or yesterday, where he's still very committed to bringing people into the good old metaverse. Little does he know, Final Fantasy XIV exists.
Mm-hmm. And Second Life is actually on a comeback.
Is it?
I thought it was dead. I thought it was dead.
Is it really? Do you think
But I don't think it's dead.
Do you think it's because of all this metaverse talk?
I think it might be. And then I also think content creation. I mean, for some reason, I'm getting a lot of TikToks. And people are like, what's this? Like, is this The Sims? Like, what? I think there's been kind of a graphical update to Second Life. So I think it is kind of like more of a, people are getting back into it. But I'm a little scared.
Okay, it's looking like people are...
Walmart Metaverse? Oh, God. Let me find the video.
Send it to me, and then we can do the whole thing where y'all watch me struggle forever as I try to get it up on screen. Fun fact, I'm moving, so I don't have my second monitor set up.
No! You worked so hard for that monitor.
I know, I did. But it'll be up back soon. Like, before this, I had to, like, shovel all the boxes and stuff, like, away from the camera. Yeah, I'm glad I got a second monitor.
Has it been life-changing?
No. I was okay with one monitor.
What?
I was okay with one
really?
monitor. Yeah, I was fine with it. I've always been okay with one monitor, and now I'm like, I have more cords. Sorry. Like, I know that's ungrateful, but
Now there's too many cords.
now there's too many cords.
Janet's trying to sell me on like 3 monitors,
No.
and she has her monitor like above the other 2 monitors. I feel like I would get lost if I had 3 monitors.
what do you
I'd
need a
lose.
third
I would
monitor
lose
for?
windows. I would.
Here's the
Things
thing.
would go missing.
Like, I'm fine with a monitor and then my phone or like
I
a
don't have the
laptop
space.
in
I don't
front of me.
have the real estate for a 3rd monitor.
Yeah, same. Also that. But maybe I will in my new place. But I don't think there's a world where I could ever... My attention problems, 3 screens in front of me at once, no way. Yeah, put the 3rd monitor in your renovated kitchen.
It's currently just it looks like it's went through a bit of a war.
I've had 2 monitors,
Googling
though.
stuff.
I've gone through periods of my life where I've had 2 monitors, and I intentionally went back to 1 monitor. Would you believe that if I told you that? Because it's the truth.
No, because it is easier to focus with just 1 monitor.
Yeah. I do like...
If you're working on stuff.
Vertical monitor, nice. Like, that's nice.
But when I was doing like data entry or when I had to work in multiple Excel sheets, I could never work for one because you're like minimizing, unminimizing.
Yeah.
Copy, go to another window, paste, copy, and then it's like, then you need 2 monitors. But if you're just trying to like focus on a single task, one, or I will start to drift onto things like the official site for Second Life.
Yeah.
And I will consider making bad choices.
I think if I get a second monitor, I will just start playing games and working at the same time, which would never. Okay. All right. View results of the poll. Let's do it. Why does it need to pop up? Okay. For sure, metaverse. Okay. Sick. Should we watch that video?
Yes, I think we should watch the video first.
Okay.
And then just open the floor for
Discord?
discussions. I did.
Oh, there it is. Perfect. My bad. I had I'm not do not disturb right now. I was just here talking about monitors. You're like, get with the program, Anna. Okay. All right. There is no way this is gonna work, but here we go. Guest.
I brought a clip for show and tell.
Okay. Oh, wow. I clicked back to literally the same exact setup and it's messed up somehow. That's wonderful. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, Sarah, is neither of us are going to be on cam while we watch this because it's so quick. And I'm just going to do like a solo capture of
Okay.
it. My thing. Okay.
That's what I always say whenever my Streamlabs stuff goes wrong. The pixies go in and delete all.
So.
Oh. I don't think chat can hear us anymore.
Chat can't hear us?
No,
can you hear us now?
Can you
hear us now?
Why did you shout at them?
Sorry. Can you hear us now?
Shouting isn't gonna make it better.
Can you hear us now?
I was like on a chat, can't hear you, and then she just started to get louder, like that was gonna help.
Oh, interesting. It can't do a thing with Wall of Heroes because the file is in OBS. That's fun. Sarah, I don't know if I can put this on right now.
I mean, Anna's not an official Twitch streamer, okay? Anna is out of the goodness of her heart bringing internet culture to you, chat.
Well,
so understand this.
The issue is, like it'll be better in a month when I'm on, like, my permanent setup. But for today, it's just weird. I don't need to defend myself.
Play the video on the phone and hold it to the screen.
Oh, gosh.
And then put it right over the mic, too.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is the worst. All of the formats, all of the frames are no longer in our Slack because everything is on. We don't have premium Slack, and it's...
Don't out us for not having premium Slack.
It's fine. You have Discord
Jesus.
Nitro, right? You must have Discord Nitro, right? That's where it really counts. Okay. Unless we do, like, full camera, like, window.
Can you just...
I'm just gonna
add to this. Can you add to this scene?
I'm just gonna add it to this scene, and
I'm gonna
Windows put it over my face.
Put it over our faces.
Yeah.
Put it over the Wall of Heroes.
Yeah. We're just gonna do that. I'll put it over my face. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll put the link in chat, and I'll count to 5. And once I hit 5, we all click play.
We all click. This is part of the charm of, like, doing it this way. Okay. Okay. Ben's gonna love this. I am excited to like actually get this all set up. It's only my third time doing this. It's hard. It's only once a month. Okay.
Yeah, some people don't stream 5 times a week like degenerates.
Let's see here.
Okay, can I have a moment with the chat while you do this?
Yeah, of course.
Can I have an aside? Chat. No spoilers. But I started playing Return of the Obra Dinn.
Oh.
And it started raining on the ship, and I have to get off the ship. Does that mean I'm failing? Does that mean that I spent too much time trying to figure out what semen was what semen? Because there's just too many semens in that game, and I'm fucking sick of it. Does anyone know?
I don't think chat can hear you now. Sorry.
Damn it!
Sorry. I changed it. Is there a YouTube video of this, Sarah? Because this is like the worst way to watch
it's the Twitch?
This. It's a Twitter. Are you ready to just watch it like this?
What does it look like?
So half the reason we were late today is because my autocrop function is broken. And so it looks awful. Like imagine Frankenstein's monster, but stream overlay. That's what's happening. Okay. Can chat hear us right now? You can hear us, right?
Chat, can you hear us right now?
Did I just mess literally everything up? Okay, we're just gonna watch it like this. This is literally the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Sarah, lean to your left. Yeah, okay, now they can see you react to it. So funny. Wait, you hear nothing right now? You should be able to hear stuff. Yeah, okay. Sick. Let's do this.
Okay, they can hear us. We're fine.
Okay.
But like, you're the one that should be react. I've already seen it. Cover me up.
I don't care. You'll hear my voice.
Okay.
This is just what it's going. Audio's fine. Let's go. Okay, we're playing it.
For those of you who may not recognize me as a Robloxian, I'm William White.
Can you hear it? I can't. Oh yeah, obviously I can't hear it. I'm not watching the stream.
And welcome to Walmart Land. We are so excited for you to explore and enjoy one of Walmart's newest digital experiences on Roblox, making the best of Walmart's aisles virtual. We've launched Walmart Land with the next generation of customers in mind and are thrilled to be able to meet them where they are and on their terms.
Chat, you can hear this video, right?
This is Walmart like you've never seen it.
Okay.
We hope you take some time today to discover the immersive experiences throughout Walmart Land, including Electric Island, inspired by our best music and entertainment offerings in-store and online, and House of Style, featuring the latest in fashion and beauty. Within Walmart Land, we invite you to outfit your avatar in the latest and coolest Verge from Free Assembly, Skull Candy, and more, all at the hub. Take a ride on the physics-defying Ferris wheel to see incredible views from the world above. Unlock tokens and badges by playing games and completing obbies. And explore all that Walmart Land has to offer. There's truly something for everyone. Now go explore and enjoy.
Okay. We did it. I'm back.
Chat, how did that make you feel?
Yeah, so reactions. Class, what are your thoughts on Walmart Land?
Also, here's a video of what it actually looks like, but I assume... I don't think you'll have to mute, because the music doesn't seem like it's good enough to have a copyright on it. Are you guys excited to go to Walmart Land?
Okay.
In
Wait,
Roblox?
should I play them that other video then?
The other video I sent you is from the official Walmart website, which is kind of like a hype reel of what Walmart Land is,
Okay.
which it isn't really anything. It's just kind of like a playground.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really offering anything that Roblox didn't already have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's no Chipotle burrito maze, which I thought was like the pinnacle.
What's the Chipotle burrito maze? Is that...
You don't remember the Chipotle burrito maze?
No.
It was absolute madness. What it was a partnership between Chipotle and Roblox, and it was sort of a corn maze. And if you got to the middle of the corn, if you were one of the first, like 500 people to get to the middle of the corn maze, you got a code to get or like just in the game, I think you didn't have to get to the middle of the corn maze. You would get a free code for a burrito that you could redeem, like through like a.
That's sick.
I think through like
That's so
online
sick.
ordering, you could
Wait.
use this code to get a free burrito. But it was so popular, it like broke immediately, and I couldn't get my code.
That makes sense. Like, that makes sense. Was there also, like, if you took a wrong turn in Walmart, the Chipotle burrito maze, would you get like salmonella?
I think there were spiders. I think it was like Chipotle themed spiders.
Funny, right? That's a funny one.
But I feel like that's better than like a permanent
Oh, definitely.
space. Like
Yeah.
do an event, give something out.
I went to the Gucci Roblox event.
What?
Yeah, because I wrote about this as well because, like, virtual Gucci purses in Roblox were selling for the equivalent of, in Roblox currency, the equivalent of, like, $1,200. So the whole angle was that.
Wait, were they real or were they like creator made or were this Gucci made?
No, they were made by Gucci.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just feel like nothing. A purse? I could understand like a dress or wings or like hair, but a purse? That's insanity.
Yeah, it is. And you can get way cooler items for less, but Roblox
I know Paris Hilton has like a world.
Who doesn't have
So
a
that's
world
cool.
in Roblox at this point?
Hello Kitty has a cafe. That looks really cool.
And no one plays all of these things. That's what's wild to me. Like, they do these
I don't think any of them are necessarily really successful.
No. Because, like, the Sonic collab also dropped completely off the radar.
Mm-hmm.
And that one looked semi-promising.
What? Let's see. Let me think. I know other ones. Yeah, the Sonic one, the Paris Hilton one, the oh my god, there's the Hello Kitty one.
There was
Nerf.
a Nike one.
Oh, Nike World.
Literally, like, almost every brand that you can think of. So
Every
fun.
brand is trying to sort of like put their fingers into the pot that is Roblox.
Yeah.
The pot of gold, but it's, it is for kids, made by kids. So
Yeah.
once you start to put a corporation in it, they just don't have the same, kids can smell a fraud and they can smell marketing.
Yeah. Well, and kids just want to play Adopt Me. Adopt or be adopted.
Kids just want to be a little baby and they want to get adopted.
That's still my favorite tagline. And play Pizza Maker Simulator.
And they're obbies.
Yeah. So what was your reaction to Walmart Land then?
I was like, you know what? I'm glad people are still doing this because it makes me feel less bad for being forced to do this when I worked at Mattel. I was like, yes, I see we're all going down with the ship now. I feel validated.
It's probably pennies for, like, these large corporations, though, right?
It's hard to find developers for Roblox. There's only a few that actually are willing to and, like, structured enough to work with corporations because they gotta pass through, like, rigorous testing.
Yeah.
You can't just, like, hire children, you can't do that. That's illegal, although I think it would be very effective. in actually making a good Roblox game. But yeah, there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through, which I think is why they're all so subpar. Like, the people who make the Roblox games themselves aren't necessarily people who play Roblox. Which is why they are kind of, like, set up to fail.
These Roblox games. The other Roblox games, though, are more I would, generally speaking, are created by, I guess the term you would use are, like, Roblox platform natives. Which is a weird term to describe someone who's grown up using a specific platform. But, so, like, it is interesting because, like, some kids will grow up and then make massively popular games on Roblox, and they understand the audience super duper well. They've been connected to it, and they've been a part of it. So they can really speak to that audience what they want. But then when you hire, like, a seasoned game developer to go make a Roblox game for Walmart, like,
corporations just can't. It sucks. Like, corporations just cannot exploit it.
Yeah, which is really sick.
Which is why you cannot exploit it.
Yeah, let's do a MinnMax Roblox meetup. That'd be fun. MinnMax Metaverse meetup. When?
Where should we meet up? Should we meet up in the Walmart world?
We could meet up in the Walmart
Ride
world.
bikes.
Would that be a fun piece of content to do if we met up with y'all in, like, the Walmart world?
Meet and greet in the Walmart world parking lot.
Yeah. What if we kissed in the Walmart world?
Park. But, like, I have like the basic avatar that you get when you log in, and then the little Nas X hat from his concert. That's all my character is.
It's one of those things where it's like, if you have an open mind and you want to, like, kind of experience, like, something that's very outside of, like, what someone who is playing, like, God of War is playing, like, it is a really cool experience to go in and kind of see what it's like in there.
I played Splatoon.
Fake Splatoon.
In Roblox. Yeah. It was really good. Like, obviously they couldn't really emulate the game portion of it, but they emulated literally everything else about the experience. Like, it was one for one.
Well, my favorite thing is how Roblox went public, and there's still, like, so much just, like, massive IP infringement and stealing on the platform. Like, hilarious, to be honest. Like, they've been cracking down on it more, but they're still regularly, like, in the trending and top games, like Anime Fighter 6, and it's like Goku and Luffy, and
like, well, it's like, it's there? Like Goku fighting Captain America, like. It's literally all the cringy, like, role playing that you would see on, like, sites, like all the cringy, like, have a hotel stuff you would accidentally walk in on, but now more customizable all in one place.
Yeah. And it's interesting because, like, I feel like Roblox.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
I can elevate a message to MinnMax Twitch now.
Oh, you can?
We are no longer pure.
Do it.
I'm not paying $5.
Oh, don't do that. We're not.
I'm not using my money for this.
Yeah, if you pay $5 right now, which please don't, we'll answer. We will answer your question, no matter the form it comes in. Know what? You haven't been chat. You can ask a question anytime for free. We read every single message that comes through.
But if you paid $5, we would definitely read it.
And then actually Ben would have to figure out that because it's a huge pain.
Oh my god, Ben will piss Ben off because it would be
he would literally have to split that between the two of us on our paychecks.
No, but then it's like it's gonna be the bottom of the screen, right? So it would just cover over all of Ben's lower third.
That's true.
Because I don't know if it shows up on the video though.
What were we talking about?
Roblox.
Oh, Roblox. I think Roblox is interesting. It was this really early model of, like, the metaverse. They adopted the language way before Mark Zuckerberg did. It was ahead of the game in that sense. And do I think the metaverse should be made by, like, tweens? Probably not for me. but I like what the work of people on that platform like a lot. I really deeply respect it, but I think that it's interesting, right? Like that now, like it went public, and I don't know, we're running into issues with stuff.
Legally, it's hard to monetize a platform that is made for and by children.
Yeah.
Which obviously they, you know, when they made Roblox, it was just because it was a good idea, and now they're big enough that they're like, how do the wheels of capitalism, like how does Roblox fit into that?
Yeah.
And now that is the issue.
Yeah. I'm literally like, it's so funny, the advertising on Roblox.
Yeah, child labor, controversial, it turns out.
Yeah, no, that's
the thing. You know what? Is it like put the kids back in the mines, but the mines are
not
content
laborers,
creation?
they're not developers, they're creators.
But like, have you seen what some of these kids are making? That's the answer right there. I've just solved marketing.
It is interesting because Roblox, I would say comparatively, is more, it's more monetizable than a lot of other platforms. The creators on the platform like get a much larger slice of the pie of like the income that they produce, and that's what's allowed its creators to like literally create like multi-million-dollar businesses on it. Like there are actual studios, like registered LLCs of like Roblox, of developers who started on Roblox, have only ever made Roblox games, and it has like actually allowed some of its creators to like make decent livings, but it's like, but then now they need advertising money because they're not making that money from like Robux, like people buying Robux.
Well, it's like, it's hard to scale, right? You have to scale with it, because like Twitch is doing that too. They're like, more advertisements on Twitch, give the streamers the ad revenue. So everyone's like, how do we, like, advertising is a big chunk of change for all of these platforms, but it's like, once again, you can't really advertise to children.
Yep. And it's like, and the way actual advertising works, because it's like, it really and it's slowly moving away from this, really embrace this ethos of like made by kids, kind of like for kids, like is like any creator, any person can put up an ad on Roblox, and then you buy Robux. You buy Robux from the grocery aisle.
Have you seen the back ends of the Robux ad panel?
Yes. Yeah.
It is
nightmare.
Nightmare.
It's basically like a weird lottery system, and you don't know where your ad's being placed and who's seeing it and how people are interacting with it. And it's
the fact that you have to buy the ad space with Robux.
Yeah.
Like, you can't put an actual currency into it.
You need to ask your mom for $20. You need to ask Mommy Mattel.
Mommy Mattel. I think there was like a limit too on how much Robux you could spend on advertising. So as a corporation, we were running into all these issues of like guardrails that were put on children. And as a corporation, you know, you come in and you're like, hello, here is the bag.
Yeah.
Where do we put this on the table?
Yeah.
For you to just blast our game all over your platform.
Yeah.
And they just were not prepared for that.
Yeah. And they're moving towards that, but now they're saying they're aging up. Like, that's their answer, is they're just going to ignore the giant
solution
audience that they already have.
To the marketing is to just get rid of all the children.
Yeah.
Essentially. If we can get rid of the children.
User base.
Yeah, if we cannot exploit the children, we must simply get rid of them and bring in an age that we can actively exploit.
Yeah. But I liked the kids because the old ad system was hilarious. Like, go on,
they were amazing.
And it's like a meme of like, it's like the Kim Kardashian crying meme. And it's like, play my game. And you're like, yes, I will go play your game.
And there was no like law that it had to actually accurately show the game. Like, you didn't have to put like anything about the game. It could have just been a picture of a cat. And that would have been fine, allowed, cleared.
As far as I know, Kanye West doesn't have a Roblox thing, but here's my Kanye West, Kim Kardashian Roblox fun fact of the stream, is that on the first episode of the reboot of the Kardashians, there's like a plot line where I'm mixing up the names of the kids. One of the kids comes and shows Kim a Roblox ad, and it's a Roblox ad that's like claiming to have like her old sex tape. And this made
I think that was the ad of her crying too, and it was on their television show.
It made it onto the show, like the final cut of the show.
Yeah, like imagine your child coming up to you with an iPad. Yeah. And going like, Mommy, why is your face in this ad?
Yeah.
What's a sex tape? And you're Kim Kardashian. I'm surprised she didn't. Because she went after Roblox for that.
She did. And it's funny because like my thought was like, wait, it's very, very unlikely that this is the case. But then it became this whole thing.
Who's a child, besides Kim Kardashian's child, could experience this exact situation? Yeah. How many kids are at risk of this?
0. I guess maybe who else is the child of a meme?
Nice. One. Want to know however many kids she has.
But yeah, like I don't know. They need to figure out what they're doing. Well, they're trying to figure out, and they have figured out, and their answer I think is going to lead to like a lot more problems. And I think they have, I don't know, these platforms, it's like hard to navigate, like they, continual growth, I guess. Like what, like Twitch, what are they looking towards? What is Roblox looking towards? Like, I think there genuinely is a theme, and I don't know, YouTube seems to be playing it the best right now. As far as like all of this goes, but YouTube also feels kind of more historic in a sense that it's just been around for so long.
Well, I mean, Twitter too. I mean, it's all like, how do we monetize users on like a free service? I think it's like at the end of the day, the big question that has yet to be solved. And like, well, the answer is advertisement right now, but then the issue is like they cannot figure out ways to serve us enough ads. Like they literally cannot shove enough advertisements in front of us to make enough money for whoever needs the money, because I'm not getting it.
Yeah, this is the
that's why I don't watch the ads.
This is the dark bottom of the internet cafe.
We are kind of in like a shady corner of like holding out on the last the Wild West of the internet, as it all comes crashing down around us with metaverse and legs.
All right, well, maybe we ended on that note.
I think we ended on that.
Yeah. Thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you for Sarah for coming on again. My sneaky plan to change the name of the show and just have her come on as a permanent co-host is one step closer.
Videos like this are possible because MinnMax is a completely independent outlet for games supported solely by the community. The only reason we don't have to create condescending clickbait is because folks like you click on the subscribe button or check out the benefits over on patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. We think that we're the most efficient gaming outlet out there, so please take a look at what we've done and imagine what more we can do with your support.